Hi, my name is Dan Van Heis. I'm the marketing leader here at Vapotherm in our headquarters in Exeter, New Hampshire. Today I'm going to be showing you how to assemble our US rolling stand for the HVT 2.0. This assembly takes approximately 30 minutes and it does require some tools, but those tools are all provided in the boxes that come with the HVT 2.0. Also, we recommend that you use the hand tools that are provided and do not use power tools. Power tools tend to heat the screws and bolts up and sometimes make them fuse together. So please use the hand tools that are provided. Inside this large box contains 3 boxes. One which will be your base support, one which will be your basket for supplies, and one will be all the assembly tools, which are in the smallest box. Underneath this box, there are 2 smaller boxes, one which contains the IV pole to hang your water on. The other box contains the actual support pole that will hold the HVT 2.0 in place. When you start to assemble the unit, you're going to want to start from the base up. So starting with the wheels, then attaching the main support pole. I did want to mention the tools that are required. So you will need a set of torque hex keys, size 5 for the base plate, and then you need a screwdriver that's capable of doing both Phillips and Torx screws. This is a Torx 4, which you'll use for the pole assembly, and a regular Phillips screwdriver for attachment of the basket and the tank holders. It is recommended that you use hand tools instead of power tools. Contained in this box is all of the screws to assemble the main base plate and pole, as well as the support mounts for the supply basket. You'll also find in here a complete set of assembly instructions. Please do not throw out the assembly instructions, as they do provide you with a complete setup and installation guide. So this is also a very important piece to refer to if you have any questions or if you need to look and see what parts go where. Attach the support bracket to the rolling base to flip the base over and balance it on top of the pole. Then you're going to use a flat washer, a lock washer, and your bolt that is Loctite coated to start to screw it in. For simplicity, I'm going to be using in a second a ratchet wrench just to make it a little bit faster to install this. Now that your base is together, the next thing we're going to do is loosely assemble the basket for supplies and get that on, as well as the tank holders. Of note, in this box, you will see a handle. This handle is not required for the HVT 2.0. The HVT 2.0 base plate has a handle built into it. This is an extra handle that's used for precision flow, so it can be disposed of or stored for precision flows if you have those in your installed base. So you're going to start to build from bottom up, and the first thing you're going to be putting on is the tank holders, followed by the basket. This is what the tank holder box looks like, and there are 2 major pieces to this. The brackets for the tank holders and the tank holders themselves. I'm going to start to show you how to assemble those. For the tank holders, in that white box, the small white box, you're going to find the 2 mounting brackets. They're a clamshell, as well as the assembly screws and the hex key wrench to tighten all the screws up with. I'm going to start to put these onto the bracket. It's important to note that these clamshells mount on one side, so they're all on the same side, and I'll show you how that is done. So this block with the 4 holes in it is going to attach in this manner to the tank holder. Now I'm going to start by putting them in each corner. These two large screws are used to secure your E-cylinder in the tank holders. So just screw these in, but don't screw them in too far. You just want them to pop through the other side. Go on to put the second half of the clamshell on, and then we're going to insert it over the pole itself. We're loosely going to put this over the stand and let it go down to the bottom. And for now, we'll leave it like that. For the basket, you'll be using the 4 pieces that make up the clamshell to hold it on the pole. There are 4 long screws, 4 lock washers, and 4 flat washers. For each one of these, put your flat washer, then your lock washer. They're going to go through the clamshell, so, and be mounted onto the basket. Loosely have the brackets so that they can easily slide down the pole, and you want to get it about 6 inches or so from the top of the hole. The basket will be on the reverse side from the tank holders. So this large box has the 2.0, HVT 2.0 instructions for the base plate, as well as, very important, the screws that are attached to the top of the box. There are 3 long screws. You will need these screws to attach the support plate to the pole itself. So the shorter screws, which are right here, will be used for the IV pole. The longer screws attached to the top of the box will be used to attach the support plate to the pole. Those 3 long screws will attach the HVT 2.0 support plate to the pole. The next will be installation of the oxygen gas manifold, which will sit directly underneath the support plate, the base plate for the HVT 2.0. There's only 2 screws for these, and it goes underneath the support plate. You'll see that being installed in just a second. The 3 hoses will go on to either side of the gas manifold for your tanks, and there will be one that connects from the gas manifold through the hole in the base plate to the HVT 2.0. You're going to be attaching the 3 gas hoses to the manifold block. They're labeled for each one for each of the tanks that you'll be using, and then one that goes to the HVT 2.0. This 3rd oxygen connector is for your wall oxygen, and it's labeled wall. The oxygen tank hoses connect to the high pressure gas outlet of your oxygen cylinder. Your long oxygen hose will attach to the wall outlet connector on the gas manifold, and this will go to your wall gas source. Final step will be the installation of the HVT 2.0 device onto the rolling stand. It slips around the IV pole, make sure it's nice and centered, and then attach the large attachment screw on the back to secure it in place. Make sure your power cord is in place with the securement device. And then last but not least is to hook up your oxygen tubing to the oxygen connector on the back of the device. Now your HVT 2.0 is ready to go. Just insert the disposable patient circuit and it's ready for action.